In the more common circumstance, when someone is facing the inevitability of spending the next several decades in prison, the more grandiose elements of their character tend to dissipate. The nature of their situation rapidly sets in the feelings of anguish and despair, leaving not much room for anything else, least of all the more extravagant or perhaps fraudulent aspects to one's character.
Saw the clouds rolling in. I thought if I gotta live a good life here for my sister, I gotta get rid of this body. She gonna wonder where Jeremiah went. He's a good friend. He'd been around for a long time. People be asking questions. So I gotta make sure that body get good gone. So did me a trench down out in the fields, real deep.
This dude straight up sounds like every guy from Arkansas.
Maybe it wasn't I was digging to hide the body. Maybe I was digging my own shame, trying to hide it. Don't have to face it again. I tell you, went about as deep as my shame down to the devil himself. And when I put Jeremiah's corpse, I rolled it right in there. As I filled in that ditch with my good friend Jeremiah, I said, never gonna be the same around here. Went home, the rain started to pour, the lightning hit the fields like a shot from God.
Oh, this is so good. Oh, I love this fucking guy. Oh, JCS, I missed you.
I'd like to say that was the last time I took a man's life, but it was only the first. Turned out I had an appetite for sending people out down to a real deep grave. And I wasn't this kind of man. I wasn't kind of a murderer, but it was a hole, a deep hole inside of me. Couldn't be filled up no other kind of way. Started with Jeremiah. Turned out the next one was Jim Bob. I don't like to talk about Jim Bob. It hurt too bad. Jim Bob, a good man. But I tell you, man, something happened when them lights just switch off behind my eyes and I see Jim Bob and I just think, this man belonged in the dirt, down with the devil himself. I met Jim Bob one day, a hot, humid summer day out there in the field.
Yo, dude, what's up? Nice to finally meet you, brother.
We was picking all the crops, the corn was getting ready for harvest. It was a tough harvest season, you know, the disease came, ate most of our crop. Hard time for us farmer type.
Let's go! That's a hard job, bro. That's not easy. That's a hard ass job.
But come around Jim Bob, coming around saying, hey, you boys look thirsty. Well, I was thirsty. There ain't no truth about that. But I was thirsty for something else. He didn't want to know the truth, and I didn't want to face it either. I'd already taken one man's life. I was about to take another. Something just woke in me. He was a good man, a good Christian boy.
I don't like cursing, dude.
Oh, dude, oh my God, I love this man. He's literally every American, dude. Every fucking Ameribrain dickhead in my fucking chat.
I gave him that iced tea. I watched the cubes swirl around his glass like the last embers of his life. This great flame that was Jim Bob about to flicker to the end. I invited Jim Bob back to my house. Tell him to sit down, watch the telly.
You got it.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna come.
We have to keep our country gate, Pippi.
And I just stand behind him and watch. I knew this man's last moment here on this earth. He didn't even see it coming. I hate to think about Jim Bob. What I did to him wasn't right. But I'll tell you since you asked. I put a little bit of a sedative in his iced tea, you know, the kind that just make you sleep nice and peaceful. Well, he drank his tea, boy, I tell you what. He looked so peaceful when he slept like that. The last time he'd ever sleep, I tell you, man. What is the difference between death and sleep, I wonder, as I sat there looking at Jim Bob? Because what I tell you, when I took that knife and dug it into his side, I tell you, he didn't wake up. He just kept on sleeping. And I wondered to myself, what is the difference? I just took me a life, and yet this man couldn't even wake up to face me in the eyes.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You jerk off piece of shit, dude. Suck my cock. Typical fucking pussy Nazi.